Here's the hard truth. If you're a woman trying to lose belly fat and you're stuck, it's probably because you're doing it all wrong. You're under eating, you're overdoing cardio, you're stressed out, you're not sleeping, and you're beating yourself up every time the scale doesn't move. Now, there's 5 non-negotiables that you must master to drop the stubborn belly fat. And if you're not doing these, nothing else matters. So let's break this down, okay? Now, before we get into the video, my name is Kyle Settles. If you're new to me, at one point in my life, I was 100 pounds overweight. I was lost, I was confused, and I was stuck just like you, okay? But I completely turned it all around. And I've now, over the last decade, been in the fitness industry, and I've helped thousands of people just like you. Okay? And in this video, I promise you, if you pay attention, by the end, you're gonna be able to start to lose the belly fat and keep it off for good. Okay? Now listen, down below, if you're ready to get started, down below, hit the link. You can go right into my free course and get started right away, okay? But let's get this, okay? Number 1, you have to stop starving yourself and you have to eat more, okay? Listen, most females, if not all, most females are just under eating. They'll start the diet, right? They're motivated, you're motivated, and you start with this unrealistic number, usually 1,200, 1,100, 1,000, or even less, okay? Or you're doing things blindly, but at the end of the day, you're starving yourself. You're under eating, you're eating the wrong type of foods, you're eating more low volume foods, but high in calorie, avocados, nuts, oils, dressings, sodas, liquid calories. And the problem is you'll lose a little bit of weight, right? You'll stick to it for a few weeks, but then all of a sudden you can't sleep anymore. You don't have any energy. You're pissed off, right? The hungry beast wants to come out. And listen, okay, the key to weight loss is overcoming the hunger, okay? Strategizing, right? Eating smarter, okay? So think high volume foods, okay? High volume foods, think whole foods, okay? I always stick to the 80-20 rule, and you may have heard this before, but if you can stick to mostly whole foods, right? The outside of the grocery, right? Clean, quote unquote, clean foods, you're gonna get more volume, you're gonna be eating more fiber, okay? And you're gonna be more full, which by default, you're not gonna be able to eat as many calories, you're gonna be able to sustain that diet for a long period of time and lose the weight. 20% of the time, have fun, eat the calories that you love. But listen, if you're starving yourself and you're doing it blindly, you're not even counting your calories or understanding food labels, then you're doing everything blindly. You're setting yourself up for failure. And this is one of the reasons why you're not able to stick to your diet, okay? So think 80% whole foods, 20% have the foods that you love, stick to lean protein sources, and track your food, okay? If you're not tracking, you're doing things blindly. Listen, ladies, okay, that's like me being broke, but never looking at my bank account. Think about it. Okay, I'm broke. I don't know how much I'm spending. I don't know all the little snacks, gas stations, all the things that I'm buying, that I'm spending on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. I'm broke. The person at the bank says, well, have you ever looked at your bank account? And you're like, no. It's the same thing when you're losing weight, right? We're overweight, right? Just like I was 100 pounds at one point in my life. I never looked at MyFitnessPal. I never looked at the back of a food label. I never understood how many calories I was taking in. If you don't know something, it's more than likely gonna hurt you, okay? So number two is lift heavy and stop chasing cardio. I see a lot of females that are just chasing cardio or only chasing HIIT workouts. HIIT workouts are great, okay? And cardio is great. And listen, if you're gonna do cardio, the best way to do cardio, I literally just got done with my walk. I track my steps every single day. Every client that I've ever worked with, I just simply track your steps. Start with 5,000 steps. And then every week or every 2 weeks or hell, every month, increase your steps. Going for the walk is one of the best ways to lose fat and keep it off forever, okay? But you must understand that you cannot outrun your fork. So if you're eating blindly, you're trying to outrun your fork. In most cases, it's never gonna work, okay? But make sure that when you are working out, okay, you need to lift heavy. You need to challenge yourself, okay? Anytime you are working out to build muscle and to keep muscle, okay? And listen, by the way, ladies, if you have this limiting belief that you think you're gonna get bulky, women still walk around, run around. My mom thinks this still. You wanna know why we still think this? We still think this because we watch social media, we scroll, right? On Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and we see these big strong CrossFit women, or we see these bodybuilders, we see these women that are glorified, or they're put on the spotlight, and it's not real. Those girls, most 99.999% of the time, they're on juice, they're on drugs, they're on Anavar, they're on supplements, they're on something, okay? You as a female have mostly estrogen. You cannot build muscle like a man, okay? So lifting heavy weights will help you build muscle so that you keep lean muscle mass, so that you increase your metabolic engine, so you can eat more calories, so that you live longer, so that you feel better, especially as you get older, okay? So lift heavy and focus on progressive overload. That simply means just do a little bit more each and every workout, whether it be more weight, okay, more time under tension, or more repetition, okay? Now listen, if you guys aren't understanding how to track your calories or understanding some of the things that I'm saying, again, go down below in the description and just hit the link. It'll take you right to my free community. I have all the information that you could ever need, okay? Now, number 3 is fix your sleep and your stress. Most women, most men too, we're stressed out. We don't sleep very much. When we are going to sleep, we're thinking, our mind's running every which direction, thinking about everything that happened today or yesterday. We're stuck in the past. So one of the best ways that you can improve your sleep is, number 1, set a timer for when you go to bed. Okay, set a timer for when you go to sleep. Okay, that's not childish. That is smart. Okay, when you sleep, that's when everything happens. That's when your body recovers. It shuts down, and like all the stuff that it does can happen. Okay, but if you're sitting there thinking and stressed out over what had already happened that you couldn't change the way it happened because it happened the way it was supposed to happen, you're only stressing yourself out. So set a timer for when you're going to go to sleep. Also set a timer when you cut your food off. Most people are eating right before they go to bed. Cut your food off at least 3 hours before you go to bed, if you can. And I get it, everyone's got a different lifestyle. I get it. Some people work late, all over the place, but try it if you can, okay? And then the last thing I want to say about stress and sleep is do more self-development. Guys, self-help is the name of the game for everything, for fitness, for health, for money, for relationships, everything. Most people are just plugged into nonsense, okay? Social media, TVs, news, radio. Plug into a book, understand how you work, right? Understand your perspective, understand your higher faculties, understand how your mindset works so that you can train yourself, you can basically brainwash yourself to look at the good with everything, right? Because with bad, there's good, and with the good, there's bad. Okay, but it depends on what you're looking at. What are you forecasting in your future? Most people are focused on the bad. So you've got to self-develop. Self-develop, set a timer for sleep, and cut your food off and your water off at a certain time, okay? Number 4 is ditch the all or nothing thinking. This killed me for the longest time. This all or nothing. I'm gonna stick to this keto diet, or I'm gonna stick to this low carb diet, or I'm gonna stick to this all in mentality when it comes to weight loss. And listen, weight loss is in the middle. Okay, weight loss is not in the extreme. If you try to do extreme things like you're only gonna eat clean or you're only gonna eat this certain way, as soon as you go to an event, as soon as you go to a wedding, as soon as you go to date night, as soon as you go anywhere, it's always gonna throw you off. And then what happens is most people, they're thrown off, then they quit because they had this all-in mentality, and then they never pick it up and start again. Or if they start again, they're on the roller coaster ride. They're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. Listen, you can eat whatever food that you want as long as that you set yourself up. Plan ahead, strategize, okay? You should know how many calories, what's your budget? How much money can you spend a day? How much food can you eat a day, right? And when we budget, and when we strategize, and when we have better understanding of like, hey, this is how many calories I can eat, and I can eat whatever I want. Now I can budget for the things that I do want. You can plan ahead. All the stress goes away. Right? All the stress goes away. So remember, fat loss is in the middle. It's not in the extreme, okay? It's not in the extreme at all, and that's one of the biggest misconceptions and one of the biggest things that holds most people back in the fitness industry or when it comes to building muscle or losing weight. Stop the all-in attitude, okay? It's in the middle, okay? Eat the things that you like. Have a glass of wine. Enjoy it. And last one, number 5. Number 5 is stop obsessing over the scale, okay? I just made a video. Check out my other video. I just made it like last week You have to understand the scale. Okay, so there are a few ways that we track our progress. The scale is one of them. I love the scale. If you are using the scale correctly, should you weigh yourself every day? Yes. If you're going to use the scale, the best way to use the scale is to weigh yourself every day, Monday through Sunday. That way we can take an average. Try to weigh in every morning, same time, after you pee, naked, with clothes, without clothes, doesn't matter. Try to weigh in the same time, right? Because your weight's always gonna go up and down, okay? Whether you're holding on to more poop, or maybe you had a couple glasses of wine the night before, you had more salt or more sodium, you're probably holding more water in the body. It's always fluctuating. But if we can take an average, right? Take all 7 weigh-ins, divide by 7, or just take the medial weight, the middle weight, now you have the average for each week. And that's one of the ways that you can track. Take pictures of front, side, and back with the same lighting against the same wall and the same clothes. Tape measure, right? Measure yourself. There's no wrong way to do it. Just be consistent. Measure yourself once a week, every Sunday. You can also, your clothes. You know if you're losing weight, if your clothes are getting bigger on you, the jeans that you haven't been able to wear in a long time. Listen, the scale could say you're up 2 pounds, but you're actually really down 2 pounds of body fat, right? You could have been on cycle for that month, right? Or for that time that you weighed in, or you could have been holding on to water. There's times where I'll see my weight drop 2, 3, 4 pounds. Everyone is different, but you must make sure the scale is a tool. You must use the tool correctly, right? So it gives you the right feedback. And you must understand that the scale is not a reflection of who you are as a person, okay? And I struggled with this for the longest time. So I get it, I understand. You get on the scale and you think it reflects you. Oh, you weigh this, I get it. I went through it. But the more you understand like how much you weigh and the scale is gonna fluctuate and that it's not a reflection of you and it's just a tool to make sure that we're going in the right direction, right? It's giving us feedback. We need feedback just like you do with your kids, just like you do with your relationship, just like you do with work. You need feedback so you know you're going in the right direction so you can correct things, okay? So understand the scale. Stop obsessing over it though. Understand it. Make sure you're tracking multiple things. So listen, ladies, those are the 5 things that you gotta master. Make sure you rewatch this video, share this video, comment down below. Let me know. Give me some feedback. What are you struggling with, right? Maybe I can make a video to help you out. And again, if you guys want more information, if you want the entire course that I break down from A to Z, you can do it yourself totally. Or if you want help, you can book a call with me. Down below in the description, hit the link. I'll see you inside and I'll see you on the next video.